Greetings, everyone. Hello and welcome. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi, and I am a spiritual alchemist, channeled to the divine Ra, as well as an aura Ra practitioner and a quantum galactic Akashic reader. You can find me on aurapractitioners.com, where I have a page by my name, Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi, and you can also find me on my website, angelicalchemyholistichealing.com, and the same name for Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful day of love. It is Valentine's Day. However, the angels always say love is meant to happen every day, so every single day is Valentine's Day. And I'm so excited to make this video because this particular session about sacred twin flame unions only happened yesterday. And it is such a beautiful divine gift of the collective of angels and ascended masters and all the beautiful star beings aiding us in our ascension journey and teaching us every single day. So here we are. Before further ado, let me share the message that I have to share. Let's start with the story of the session of this beautiful divine feminine sister who is a beautiful fractal of the Divine Mother in the seventh dimension, and she finds herself as holding sacred space for sacred land, crystals, and organic timelines within that realm, within that planet that she lived in. And there were several others that worked in the same temple with her, along with her twin flame, her divine masculine twin flame. There was this beautiful sacred temple that she was working at, and the center of the temple had a beautiful generator crystal that could be used for manifesting, for birthing organic timelines, cleansing, healing, protection, everything that a generator crystal would be able to do. And so everything is going fine. And, at some point she says, what happens is there is some darkness that comes in and infiltrates people that are working at the temple, and they start to get infringed and corrupted. And she can see all this corruption through her beingness, her knowingness. However, her divine masculine counterpart, divine father's fractal at that point in that lifetime, tended to believe these people that were around him. And what they were actually doing to make him believe in him as well was they were poisoning his food. These inverted beings had a plan. They wanted to separate this divine feminine, divine mother fractal from the divine father. And so they started poisoning his mind by feeding him poison literally through food. And as that poison started spreading, he started disassociating with his heart and staying more in his mind and not being able to heart discern. And so what they started doing as well, along with that, while this poison was working, was they started poisoning his mind against this divine feminine, divine mother fractal, who is his twin flame. And there was some darkness that had come in, and they started blaming her for it. And they said it was her. She was a dark witch. She was a dark sorcerer, and she's the one that let in that darkness, and that she was involved in spreading it. And somehow he started to believe it. And eventually it came to the time when they said that they needed to put an end to her life to bring about peace and organic timelines on the lands. And usually when they do something like that, to that extent, because these are dark beings, they would give a horrific death, a torturous death to the person. However, the divine father fractal wouldn't allow that. He did, however, agree to them poisoning her because he felt that would be an easier death, because by now he had totally believed that she was a sorceress that was bringing in this dark magic, this darkness into the lands. And so there came that time when they took her into a chamber, and there were one or two people trying to hold her down, although she did not need any holding down anymore, because she had totally given up on her situation, on trying to reactivate her twin flame. And she just wanted death herself, because she thought that death would be better than watching him go through, whatever was transpiring there, because she stood for the light, and she stood for love, light, and organic, and she did not believe in anything that was going on. And they poisoned her through her mouth by feeding her poison, and that poison slowly infiltrated into her heart and her stomach and spread from there, and eventually she died. And it also went into her womb. And as they did this, as they brought about an end to her life, The Divine Father was done with the event. However, the dark wanted to take this further and infringe upon the sacred timelines of divine feminine and divine masculine twin flames. And so they sent this black magic into the land with the same intention. And as we were body scanning her, we also realized that at that point in her life, when they gave her the poison, she was also pregnant. She was halfway through her pregnancy. And therefore, this also led to the death of her baby. And therefore, by doing this, they wanted to bring about further inversion by bringing about inversion, not only in the divine feminine and divine masculine, divine twin flame unions, but as well as the Holy Trinity of the Divine Father, Divine Mother, and Holy Child. And so with her session, she was healed, and this healing was then rippled out to the collective, as the Divine Father said, and the Divine Mother said, it is time to heal the collective of this wound, because they also carry this wound, because this is not the only incident. This incident and similar incidents have been replicated across timelines, across parallel Earths, parallel lifetimes, different dimensions, and planetary existences, where they brought about a division in the divine masculine and feminine, and a lot of pain and trauma related to their coming together and their trust in each other. And so yesterday they sent out a huge healing wave to the collective for the same. And now talking a little bit about what is the importance of twin flames coming together. Going back into our galactic history, we have all birthed from the coming together of the beautiful divine union of the Divine Mother and Divine Father. It was their coming together in this sacred union that birthed the Holy Child and everyone else that came through it, all the archangels and beautiful gods and goddesses. And so the coming together of divine feminine and divine masculine in this beautiful sacred union is very pure, very sacred, because it activates the land, it activates the crystals, it births, it conceives and births organic timelines for the collective, and brings about huge cosmic activations, which have been stopped for a very, very long time. And so now, after having lived all these lives of traumas, of being away from each other, of betrayal, the divine feminine and the divine masculine are safe to return back into the holy matrimony of the beautiful union. And also understanding the wounds that they've been carrying, the divine feminine mostly carrying the wounds of betrayal, of death energies about coming together, as well as self-worth issues, not being good enough. And to the extent that even now, when I meet some beautiful divine feminines and they come across their twin flames, they wonder if he's the one, because they say he seems too good to be true. So that's how sad it is that when we see the organic twin flame in front of us, we shy away from meeting that being, because we think that is inorganic, that is impossible to have, because we were just so used to being with the inorganic and the inversions and everything that came with it, that we are unable to realize the potential of the beauty of the sacredness of the divine masculine and divine feminine when they come into their fully being organic. And so the divine masculine on the other side are also carrying a lot of guilt, shame, betrayal, because it's not always the divine masculine that have done this. It's also the divine feminine. It's both ways. This is one of the stories, but it has happened the other way around as well. But mostly the divine masculines are carrying guilt, they're carrying shame, they're carrying lack of self-trust, being more in the mind and less in their heart. So disassociation between, a disconnect between the crown chakra and the heart chakra. And a lot of disbelief in, again, when they meet the divine feminine twin flame, they go into almost like a panic and freeze mode sometimes, wondering if this is the one or is this another illusion. So it is time now to take all of that illusion away, to remove those veils of forgetfulness, and to remember once again the divinity of the twin flame unions, and to start healing those wounds. There is so much shadow work that is required to be done to come into union with the twin flame, or once you come into the twin flame union, then you do the shadow work together. But mostly what I'm also noticing is that the divine feminine are trying to do a lot of the divine masculine's shadow work, because they really want to help them. And over time, even in this particular session with this sister, we had seen that she had taken on a lot on behalf of the divine masculine, including some karma, some karmic bonds to release, some bit of darkness that she was feeling so that she could release and help him. So the divine feminine was really pushing for the union and trying their best to have the divine masculine heal, and that the divine masculine believe in them, that they are not inverted and this is meant to be. And we know for a fact that when divine twin flame unions have to happen in the inorganic timelines, there've always been people around them trying to dissuade them from coming together. And they could be family members, they could be friends, they could be, spiritual people giving them incorrect messages saying, oh, this is not your twin flame, it's someone else, and, completely changing the timeline there. So it's very, very important that irrespective of who hurt the other, it can be the other way around as well, because the divine masculine have been equally hurt as well. So it is time now for us to take that responsibility to heal. And the most part has been done by the Archangels. They have sent this huge ripple of love light activations and fire energies onto Earth, as well as cosmic activations to remove that illusion now and to make us believe in our twin flames, to have these twin flame unions happen again. And one of the saddest part, I think, or one of the biggest, another big inversion of the twin flame union is within the spiritual community itself. There are many that believe that twin flames don't exist, and this is all a false phenomenon, and it is a part of the matrix. However, if twin flame unions were not meant to happen, if twin flame unions were not real, how are we born? How are we created? Because we are organic beings. We came through the beautiful coming together of the Divine Mother and Divine Father in sacred union, and that's how we birth. So coming out of that false matrix of disbelief in it, and knowing very well that we all have twin flames, even if you've not met your twin flame in the physical yet, you can still connect with your twin flames. Higher self could be an ascended master version of a twin flame, or a higher self, archangel higher self, and you ask your own higher self to show you who that is. Even if you cannot yet see and sense and feel it, just set that intention with a pure heart and divine sacred intentions, which is in service to self, because you need to feel that love, but also in service to others, because you're coming together with your twin flame. It's going to help others as well. It's going to help the collective, so long as you work in service to others. Without any inversions. So you can connect with the higher self of your twin flame in ether, the angelic or a master, ascended master form, and start working with them to send love light to your twin flame wherever your twin flame is, and to start bringing this union together and start the healing process, so that by the time you meet, most of the work is already done, and the rest of the work you can always do together, because it is time now to believe in each other. It is time now to fully come into this activation, this powerful, powerful activation. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. And as the archangels say, love is meant to happen every single day. So Valentine's Day is every single day. And I'm just so excited that actually this session coincided with this day. So I'm happy to bring this message today. They did ask me to make this video today and send it out into the collective as a ripple of love. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. I thank you all infinitely every single day. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you.